to the fictional character of Kayla. My God, I'm so sorry. You'll be okay, kid. You'll be okay. All right, moving on. We saw.
I'm doing teenager things.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You're a fucking human. Sorry, that's my mid-90s kicking in.
What the fuck, dude? It was just a joke.
Be a fucking human. So we saw 8th grade. And
why was that so fucking hard to watch?
'Cause that is exactly what middle school was.
Oh, damn.
Like that was almost a gender neutral representation of middle school. And I know you're homeschooled, so what was your take? What was your take about public
I ran
school?
into most of that bullshit in community college, so
the masturbation and the sex ed class.
okay, maybe not that one. No, but a lot of that same bullshit did.
Not masturbating. Anyway,
Come on, dude.
like, at least like wear like dark clothes on that day, man. Like, what were you thinking? Anyway,
I'm just
or go to the bathroom. Anyway,
man.
none of these things I've done.
Yeah, that was like really uncomfortable for a good chunk of the movie. It was still pretty good. It's a pretty good. I'd say this is a pretty damn good film.
I would have to say that made me just as uncomfortable as Edge of 17 did.
I liked Edge of 17 better than this one because I thought it was better written and better paced.
I would have to say that the dynamic with the girl in Edge of 17 with Woody Harrelson
Was amazing.
was the only thing that made it better. You know, like it was just like the relationship between daughter and dad in this one versus daughter and like teacher. Because there's,
I mean, to be fair, the dad in this movie is fucking great.
yeah, I mean,
he has a monologue towards the end of this movie that's fucking Oscar worthy.
yeah, pretty much. But it's just like, but yeah, no, basically
But no, I get your point,
the
though,
middle
yeah.
school band was probably the worst bit of it for me.
Oh my god, you were not having any of that.
No, that was like physically painful for me. It was awful, and it's not their fault. I would have to blame them for not practicing, so it is their fault. It's the Star Spangled Banner. I mean, come on.
Well, you're also expecting middle schoolers to play instruments well. That's like giving like the fourth graders like, here's a bunch of recorders, make beautiful music.
Okay, I just remembered that our middle school, Kennedy Middle School in Cupertino, we won first place
Well, yippee-ki-yay for you, Sparky.
in the state, I think.
Well, I mean, what was your competition?
Middle school band.
Yeah, see, there you go.
No, but
The bar is already low, my friend.
that's I think we won the state of California,
Okay.
which is anyway. I'm just saying.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Cupertino parents throw a lot of money on certain instruments.
Well, that's Cupertino for you. So,
Including my own parents. Anyway,
see, this movie starts out with making the first big mistake of your young life, making YouTube videos before you're 18. Because all you're going to do is look back at that when you are in your 20s and go, oh, Jesus, fuck balls Christ, what the hell was I thinking? I know that because I made that mistake. You ever go back in the beginning of my channel and watch my first video? Dear fucking God.
I haven't. I just
Don't.
I just don't think I could.
I know Laura did. And I was like, oh, God.
I would just lose.
I want to burn your eyes.
I just want to like continue to have some modicum of respect for you. So that's why. Damn. I'm sorry. That was super rude.
All right. Respect. Well played. I was surprised, but I was surprised Laura didn't develop like Daredevil superpowers like right after watching it.
Anyway,
it's bad, man.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. All of my middle school memories were before the. I would say it was definitely after the iPhone came out, but it wasn't like everybody had an iPhone yet. So I would have to say it would be at the dawn of the smartphone.
Yeah, like
was when I was in middle school. So right 7th grade was 9/11. That's what I remember.
No, it was definitely, but it was after that, because I remember, because back when I was
I'm older.
I know you're older than me. That's what we use as comparison. Back when I was 16, we didn't have any kind of smartphone. We had like the chocolate. It was the most advanced phone out there at the time.
What's our age difference? 4 years?
Yeah,
So I would have been 20.
yeah.
So
you're a while off.
I did have a chocolate.
Yeah, see, you fucking remember those two fucking phones, right? Where it took you like forever to type a text message out because you had to like press the button 3 times.
Yes. No, I didn't have a chocolate. I had a Motorola,
Razor.
and it was the.
Because I had one of the Razors too.
I think it was a Razor, but I
Yeah.
remember that Jasmine and I were talking about it because we just had this conversation. Where it was a big old iPhone sized thing, but the thing slid up, and you had a physical keyboard.
Oh yeah, like the Blackberries.
Yeah, no, but it was better because you could flip it, you could slide it back down, and it was amazing because it was physical keyboards, and I guess I'm just an old person because I fucking hate touchscreen
I could get
with
I'm
my giant
still fine.
sausage fingers.
You just made someone on the fetish board really happy.
Okay, well here's the middle finger too,
You can do loud middle finger, my friend. Anyway,
and a pancake just for finish it off.
or all 3 at once.
First of all, I do believe there is such thing as too much of a good thing.
You're on fire tonight, man.
Today, I think it is.
All right, I guess awkward teenage drama just really brings it out in you.
No, I mean,
But no, because like anyway,
I would have to say a large majority of my personal traumas actually came from middle school, but we won't get into that.
we don't need to. But yeah, anyway, so like, 'cause back when I made my first video, it was recorded on it was on a digital photo camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like, and that was like high end back at the time.
Jesus, I'm trying to remember what that looked like. Go ahead, continue.
I think I still might have it somewhere.
I remember.
Like in a bin somewhere. I don't even remember.
I remember in high school, freshman year, I had a flip phone. I can't remember I think it was a Motorola, but I remember the very first day that I got it in freshman year, I was so happy, but I fucking tripped, and I immediately cracked the screen.
Oh no! I mean, back then that was like the death sentence it is now.
No, I didn't crack the screen. I chipped a corner, and I was so unhappy with myself at that time. But since that lesson taught me very carefully to treat your electronics with much care.
I clearly didn't get that lesson.
You're
You can't really. There you go. There it is.
you're fucking abusive. I'm telling Laura.
Don't spread that around. God damn. That's not a rumor I want going on the internet. All right.
The way you treat your electronics heavily reflects on your relationships.
Dude. That's not okay. There's a line, man.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not abusive. Granted, that's exactly what an abuser would say, but still.
It's like
Can
saying
you please tell the audience I'm not an abuser, so hold up in court?
he has a gun.
God damn it. I'm being kind of serious now.
I'm sorry. I would like to rescind my comments of the last, 4 minutes?
Give or take.
4 to 6 minutes. I feel
Just-
like that's an accurate range.
Just in case, things go bad down the line, I need something that I will say like, no, any claim she's making is unsubstantiable. This is Exhibit C.
I miss this, Mike. I've been programming for coding camp so long, so I do miss this.
Missed you too, buddy.
I miss you.
We should actually talk about the movie.
Yeah, we should. Well, it's just like I feel like content-wise, it was just a big, what was that, hour and a half of my life, just watching the most awkward parts of my middle school. If I was a Midwest, I'm assuming that's the only way they could afford that house. Midwest white teenage girl.
Yeah, and well, I get it.
Oh, with an iPhone. Because
iPhone, very
I'm
obsessed
an
with
Android, man. I'm an Android.
Yeah, okay, well, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants. But anywho,
so
now this movie's about a character named Michaela. Is it Michaela?
I think it's just Kayla.
Kayla, whatever. And
Kayla never get her last name.
she is the awkward girl in middle school, and she's kind of a loner, and she has to deal with bitchy people that she wants to be friends with for some reason.
I think that's just part of middle school, and that's something that I know you don't exactly understand. But there's such.
I had my own cliques in that time frame.
Weren't you homeschooled?
I still went on groups. There were classes that were taught outside of home.
Okay, you have to clarify to me.
People taught like math and language arts in their own houses for the homeschool communities, and we all went there.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I remember in middle school.
Not to mention church. Don't you fucking start on that. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
That was okay. I won't go there. I remember in middle school that there was a very desperate sense of trying to belong.
Yeah,
it was god awful, and
yeah.
that's why. And the first thing that this poor girl doesn't know is that she's an introvert.
One, she's an introvert, and two, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about for like 2/3 of this movie.
Yeah,
which is pretty typical of that age. It's around that age when you think you know everything, but you're not at that age when you come to the realization you don't know shit.
Oh my god, I still don't know taxes.
But just about like in life in general, like you think you do, you act like you do, but you don't know a goddamn thing.
1 second. That comment is not admissible in court, IRS. Moving on.
Noted. I second his statement.
Anyway,
I have sound mind and body to verify.
I am fully aware.
Comment.
I am fully aware about my taxes. No, wait, that might be worse.
With all the 1080s and wait, that's not right.
Yeah, no, it's the one with the Z.
Anyway,
so she's just at that age, and I guess that's one way to interpret. I feel like she's just trying to do that thing where you talk to the mirror, but it's also like digitally recorded onto YouTube's cloud forever.
Did it? I can't judge.
Just sort of like
to get your thoughts out there, but not. I
think it's part of that, but it's also to like encourage personal growth and change, because like
by if you shamelessly lying on camera.
I would say it's, you know, to like encourage yourself, because like, you know, if you say it and then you don't do it, then you're a liar. But then she, you know,
and I guess you could put it that way. I'd say more as it's a projection on who she wants to be compared to actually is.
Either way,
that was kind of my interpretation anyway.
Either way, she'll get to college. She'll be fine.
Yeah, like I said, like especially there's a part where it was actually a good idea. Like write down like, okay, this is who I want to be. How do I get there? It's like, okay, honestly, for a kid that age, that is a great thing to do. And like, you know what? All the points in there are excellent points. Those are good things to do. And then she immediately tries to like be friends with the bitchy kids. And I'm like, girl, no, stop right. Like, she's going to leave a baby in a dumpster. You don't want to be around her.
Oh man, that girl is like...
She's totally going to leave baby in the dumpster.
I forgot what her name was, but she's...
Bitchy redhead. That's all I've heard is bitchy redhead.
I think it was Kennedy. Like, it's like...
That is such a name for a bitchy redhead.
It's like naming your daughter Regina, and she's just born to be a complete cunt.
Yeah.
And she's like not even cleaned off from the womb juice.
Oh man.
Let's name her Regina.
Jesus. That's an image I don't want. Womb juice.
Amniotic fluid. Would that make you feel better?
A little bit. It's what that on a t-shirt now. Fresh out of the womb juice.
Oh, jeez.
Like opening a jar of pickles, you know, you really gotta work at it for a little bit. But eventually it pops right off.
Wow. Anyway.
There's a metaphor for childbirth right there. It's
God, yeah.
like, honey, it's okay, just like squeezing out a jar of pickles.
I just imagine a fucking loud fuck you! Fuck you!
I wouldn't be loud in that room for much longer.
But, doctors, I think you should remove the scalpels from the room.
And I hope they are within arm's reach.
Anyway,
but, yeah,
so she's definitely trying, right? And at least on the last week of middle school, and I guess the attitude is admirable. It's just like she doesn't have the wisdom to understand her own words, and it's so unfortunate.
Yeah, and Can we talk about the dad? Because this poor man.
Honestly, I think he handled being I would assume a widower.
Yeah, like it seemed like divorcee because it said when your mom left, not when your mom died. So,
Right.
So it looks like the mom just took off.
I would say that, but there's like absolutely no pictures of. Oh, okay, maybe. Okay, that's
Because if the mom died, there'd probably be pictures of her somewhere.
that's true.
But if she just ran off and abandoned their child, that's different.
Yeah, that's way more fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Anywho, well,
when she was fresh out of the womb juice.
Jesus, I'm gonna go positive here and say that she died. That's not positive.
No! What the hell is wrong with you now? Be a human being.
I feel like abandoning your child is way worse than being like, I died.
Neither is good, Howard!
Neither's good. Oh, I'm crashing and burning now. Middle school, no, get away from me.
What was that thing you were doing earlier?
Yeah, I was just digging my own
digging
grave.
a grave.
So she's
No,
oh
anyway,
my God.
talk about the dad, because the dad
dad.
is trying so goddamn hard to connect with his daughter, and his daughter is just giving him an outrageous amount of shit.
I think
The poor confused dad is just sitting there just trying to roll with the punches.
I think that is literally the best
He's doing his
that could have
best.
happened with raising a teenage daughter. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just it's not cute anymore, and you just have to do your best to respect her space. And it's just like it's just.
Now, granted, the way this pays off towards the end of the movie is amazing. Mostly because of the acting. Again, like, it's a pretty simple scene.
Can I open the windows?
Oh, yeah, sure. Like, it's a pretty simple scene, but the way, like, the acting is, and, like, okay, this is where we have to talk about two critical scenes. That's one of them.
Yeah.
The other one we have to talk about. You know which one I'm talking about.
The gun drill. No, I know what we're talking about.
Yeah, well,
fucking-
give applause for the drama class, please. Oh, that one fucking idiot. He's like, oh, if that guy ever came to my school, I would just clock him. I would, like, elbow him, take his gun. Like, I'm a fucking badass. Like, oh, fuck off.
Honestly, middle school.
Yeah, you get one of those cocky assholes. There's one in every group.
I think I actually remember somebody like that in middle school, and then we ended up in summer school together because I think I failed something. I think I failed English in 7th grade because I just refused to do homework. Now that I think about it,
Why does that not surprise me?
because it's fucking bullshit.
It is bullshit. I agree.
To write essay after essay and then just I didn't want to do it. I was in 7th grade and I was like, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So, but the point is, I do remember that one of my compatriots that ended up in summer school actually had that kind of attitude, and then stole a car and died. Yeah.
I think I remember you telling me this, actually.
Anywho, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up.
But yeah, there are just people that just think so fucking highly of
They
themselves.
think they're invincible, and that's pretty common for that age.
Yeah. So I don't even remember his name anymore. God damn, fucking crazy.
Well, anywho, on more pleasant topics.
Just the topics start getting dark here, man.
Yeah, I know.
So,
that's why I'm trying to shift gears. So, anyway, Kayla has this crush.
not even the gun chill. Anyway,
Like this for context for what we're talking about here, Kayla has a crush on this incredible douchebag looking motherfucker, who is scrawny as fuck, looks like the Flash, which is not a good thing.
Flash.
The crappy one from the Justice League.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that movie
okay, he looked to me like he looked to me like some really scrawny kid who saw one too many Keanu Reeves movies, and then he was like, dude, I could be that, like, right now.
It's like, dude, he totally would be like, dude, I could be like, I could take on John Wick. What the fuck, man?
Not only am I equally handsome to John Wick, but I am also equally trained, having done 0 training. but I'm an athlete, so because I play basketball, I guess.
I guess. Anyway, he has the douchebag hair. He apparently obsessed with getting nudes. Apparently,
No, it's just 8th grade.
Fair enough. It is the same movie that had someone masturbating inside a sex ed classroom with a t-shirt pulled over him with a
Like,
phone out.
really
Yeah.
obvious. You know?
Like, I'm not masturbating. Don't make it weird, guys. I'm just.
I was laughing too.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Like, don't be weird. Don't be weird. So-
Don't make it weird. It's just like, dude, you know, no, anyway.
But anyway, that's not the scene we need to talk about. So, this the movie's pretty good up to a certain point. I was like, I'm not really getting why it has like 90% Rotten Tomato. And then we get to this segment, and this is where we kind of have to talk about weird things these kind of movies have in common. Because this movie leads up to where Kayla gets like a shot of a high school student, and they hit it off.
And then she's hanging with her friends.
And then she gets left alone with one of her friends, Riley, and it leads to
Attempted rape. Yeah.
And like in one of the most uncomfortable ways I've ever seen this done, because it wasn't like I'm gonna fuck you right here. It's really he's trying to be subtle about it and trying to peer pressure her into it.
And she's not a fucking moron.
And she clearly doesn't want to, but she also does feel kind of peer pressured into it. And honestly, like, this is how I know I'm getting older. And my head is screaming like, we need to teach these kids about consent.
Well, anyway, just I'm glad that she said no. That's all.
Because it's
like, and that's how I know I'm old now.
Because like this is kind of the funny thing about watching this movie too with the audience we had, is the fact that we were all on the same page in every fucking scene that was happening. Like, the first one happens is where she, like, in a moment of stupidity, Kayla tells the boy she likes that, like, oh yeah, I give blowjobs, I'm great at it. So she looks up how to do blowjobs on YouTube.
Oh, and that's when the dad gets the
and
banana
she grabs the
thrown at
banana,
him.
and you could just feel the entire audience going, "No, honey, no, don't do it."
I was like, at least peel the banana. That's not gonna taste good.
And then the dad comes home right as she's about to do it.
She tries to awkwardly hide it.
And then the dad just goes like, do you have a banana? I was like, yeah, I want to get a banana. I was like, I thought you hate bananas.
And then that's how you know when the writers kicked in, because he got really specific about how she didn't like bananas, and I fucking love that. Like, no.
It's like, I swear I wrote a note.
No, not even. It's like, I'm pretty sure the last time I asked if you wanted a banana, you said, no, Dad, I don't like bananas. And then you got really mad at me. And then I even wrote a note and digs into his wallet, finds the note, shows it to her.
No, I think he was looking on his phone for the note or something.
He basically had the note.
Yeah.
The note was real. She even saw it, and he was like, yeah, no, I like bananas now.
And then she tries to chew it, but she can't. She like gags it out. And then it's like, fine, I don't like bananas, okay? And like throws a banana out. This poor man just sits there like, what the fuck just happened? But yeah, so anyway, back to the attempted rape scene.
So basically,
yeah, this motherfucker.
Prior to her being left alone in the car, and I'm not exactly blaming Olivia because she's respecting Kayla, but I don't think Kayla would have understood. Also, that guy was a fucking asswipe, but let's get to that in a bit. Yeah. So Olivia, the girl that she's tailing for high school, I guess she's shadowing. So she's like, okay, well, just drop me off and make sure you take her home. But, it'd be better if maybe we dropped her off first, and then you can drop me off and it'll be okay. But then he's like, no, well, it's cool. So fucker Riley decides to pull over because he's like, it's awkward to talk to you when you're like in the back seat. So he pulls over and gets in the back seat with her, and it's like, oh. And
this is a case where, again, everyone in the audience was on the exact same page, because you can just feel, you can cut the tension with a butter knife of just everyone going, oh no, I don't like where this is going.
And not even that, and it's like, not even like, even if you're like a misogynist, sexist pig, it's like, no, dude, that's
like, I was watching, it's like, oh fuck balls.
I was watching it with like, oh dude, little girl, please get out of the car and run back to Olivia's place, like right now. But if you're watching it with like, no dude, that's jailbait, don't do that, that at least you have somewhat of an inkling of being human
Oh,
or
God.
having a moral compass at all.
And then he tries to bait her by he's gonna like truth or dare and stuff like that.
I think the worst part is when she's clearly made the no case, and it's sort of the aftermath, and he's just driving her home, and he's like mad that he didn't get any, and
Yeah,
then
that's what we call the nice guy syndrome.
no, that's just like, I don't know. That was like, that guy is gonna like beat someone in the future.
No, this is a thing that I like. This is something I feel very strongly about. Like,
that guy was fucked up.
he was fucked up, and again, it's because he follows the I'm a nice guy protocol. Now, there's a difference between like actual nice people and the nice guy. The nice guy who is not nice because it's good to be nice. It's a nice guy who thinks if he be nice, he's gonna get some, and you can always spot these people. Unfortunately, there's a lot of them out there. I've known quite a few in my lifetime. The pattern's always the fucking same. They think, oh, if I'm nice to this person long enough, then eventually realize how nice of a person I am and want to fuck me. It's not even about having a relationship. They just want to fuck. More often than not, they pretend like it's more, but it's not. And that they're manipulative, they're easily jealous, and then as soon as they get the rejection, they lash out and like it's your fault. And you say the basic idea is, because I was nice, you owe me this.
Yeah, the
Not-
entitlement.
There's a certain level of time within the nice guy syndrome.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so fucking despicable.
Yeah.
And that's, again, that really disgusts me on a personal level whenever I see that.
Yeah.
Colossus was all about that.
Also, let's
Or
talk.
Colossal, not Colossus.
Olivia has some shitty guy friends. Can we point this out?
Yes, she does.
Like, not even him. Prior to this scene, they're casually talking about the fat guy that committed suicide, so now they have a triathlon for him. And it's like, why do we have a triathlon for this guy? Like, all he was just being fat, and then he killed himself, and now we have a triathlon. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. And then you have Rapey McGee in the car, and again, yeah,
Girl,
like
get some better friends.
Like you were saying, the minute she's like finally says no and shuts him down, he starts driving again, and he's like, well, now you're gonna hook up with some jerkwad. He's not gonna like respect you or anything like that. You're gonna suck at it because you
didn't get practice as an
you didn't get
8th grade?
practice. And again, that comes down to the nice guy entitlement, where again, it's not that I respect you as a person, I want you to be a consenting adult. It's like, I'm nice, therefore you owe me.
Yeah.
And that is disgusting.
It's fucked up.
Absolutely disgusting.
Absolutely fucked up.
And I knew a lot of these people in college too.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, there's no age range for it. It doesn't start or stop in high school. And like, unfortunately, a lot of people go on to think that for the rest of their fucking lives. And
No,
it's
I
fucking
mean,
gross.
that's just part of like male entitlement sometimes.
And it's fucking wrong. And like, again,
It's super fucked up.
and like, one thing I do like about this movie, especially towards the third act, is I did like how it does kind of teach more positive self-image, because that's kind of that's what kind of all leads to at the end. That's her arc through the whole movie. So like, and again, because this movie is clearly targeted for people of that age range because of how careful it tries to like understand the awkward person. So this movie is clearly made for that, made more for them. And so for those that in that age group that are watching this, like, I was like, okay, I hope they take away that message, because fuck that guy.
Yeah, seriously, fuck that guy.
Like, honestly, that kind of reminds me of Glow. And my favorite scene in the show so far is when girl from Community is telling her story how someone tried to basically rape her.
Right.
To her female coworker, who just said like, you should have done it because now everyone's fucked because of you. And then the asshole director, who she's waiting to get like a negative reaction, just goes like, man, fuck that guy. And then goes and fucks up his car. It's like, that's the guy you want. That's the guy you want to keep around.
That's the guy you want to hang out with.
Because no matter how much of a jerk he is, at least you know he respects you. There was a fly there.
Did you get it?
I did.
Nice.
Thanks.
Slow-mo cam.
But yeah,
Damn.
Thank you. But the point is more like the fact that, like, I don't want to say beware the nice guy, but just beware of people's intention till you know them better.
I just like, I don't know, man.
And it shouldn't be that way. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent here because again, that's just
No,
like
I just really think that I mean, there's no way that Olivia would know that she is a rapist of a friend.
And she has to learn the hard, and of course, Kayla
like,
has to learn, again, it's
it's
learning
like
the
the
hard
worst
lessons of life the hard way.
It's like the worst possible way to learn that lesson. But I mean, that's a lesson that's going to stick.
For better or worse. And again, that's why the scene that followed was such a nice palate cleanser, because the scene that follows is like the perfect follow-up. Like, could not have been better follow-up to that incredibly uncomfortable, hard-to-watch sequence. Was when she obviously feels depressed after what happened for obvious fucking reasons. And she takes this old box of like things like a time capsule she made for herself, and goes to her dad, she's been kind of shitty throughout this entire movie. He goes like, "Can you like burn something in the backyard?" And again, the dad at this point just rolling with it, just goes, "Okay." So they're sitting together outside and they're burning this time capsule in the backyard.
Yeah. No, prior to that, the dad's like, "So I know you've been having a rough time, but this thing that we're doing, is it positive?"
What was in the box? Just my hopes and dreams.
Just my hopes and dreams.
Oh.
It's like,
and you're burning
and
them.
you're burning them.
But no, it leads to this beautiful speech where just Kayla just goes like, "Do I make you sad? Because if I had a daughter like me, I feel like I'd be sad." And they has this beautiful monologue. I teared up a bit where he just goes like, "Having you makes me feel brave." And I thought like, that is such a good fucking message.
Yeah.
And like, again, that was like the perfect, I needed that after the shit that just happened.
Yeah, that was sort of a downer. That was sort of like the best follow-up to a real downer moment.
Yeah, so like, and you can tell that's kind of what the movie was building towards. And after that, she kind of makes important life realizations, and so the next video she makes actually feels like a bit more like she actually knows what she's talking about now.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of growth, but I would actually think that my favorite bit, and the only thing that it was missing, was a big fuck you at the end. Was when you see Keanu Reeves' kid walking down. She follows him, but instead of like following him all the way, she stops, turns to bitch girls, and just
bitchy redheads,
and then just unleashes the tirade about like how awful of a person she is, and that she put in all this effort, like coming out of her shell and like trying to be nice and everything,
but still not making eye contact, because that's how it's a nice touch.
No, that's when I feel like that's when she knew she was an introvert. And just like unleashes the tirade about how awful this Kennedy girl is, and then all she needed to do while she was walking away is just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
So I'll say it for you. Fuck you.
But no, it's a good coming of age. It's a good coming of age tale. That I feel like it does have its best moments in the third act. But it does have, like, the build up definitely leads to a satisfying payoff.
It's definitely. I mean, it's an hour and a half, but it did feel a lot longer.
Yeah, like I felt you could have trimmed this down a little bit.
There was like
you could have made it. Yeah, honestly, you could have left it like 120.
I think there was just like. There's like some sort of, it's not like a pacing issue. Yeah.
There was some fat you could have trimmed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, the whole thing with the weird cousin was nice, but you didn't really need that, necessarily.
Oh, the bit at the end where she's trying to be friends with the McDonald's.
With the McDonald's chicken nugget aficionado.
Pinky's out, dude.
Yeah. Or like, oh, did I leave that out? Oh, totally. Oh, I don't know how that got there.
Dude, I mean, at least she's like interacting with someone of equal awkwardness.
Yeah. So that, I mean, it was nice, but like, there's something like you could have made a cut here.
I think we really needed to stop at the point where we're just complimenting each other for like 3 minutes.
Yeah. Like I agree though. It did feel like a little long segments, but again, like for what it led to, I'm glad I sat through. I went through the journey, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like
I would say, what was it, 90% on Rotten Tomatoes?
98 actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, that's way more generous than me. I'd give this high 80s, 88.
Yeah, honestly, I would give it 8. Like, I'd probably put it closer to 90 just because I think the third act is really great.
I would only say that only because I only say 88 because I liked Edge of 17 just a little bit more.
I liked Edge of 17 better too.
And mostly because Woody Harrelson is like the nicest teacher and the worst teacher.
I think we both want to say it, need to say it, so I'm just going to say it. Get out of the car.
Yeah.
That was an Edge of 17. Come back. No, like, I mean, granted, Edge of 17 was a movie that kind of came out of nowhere and blew my mind. But like, no, Edge of 17, like, it's better written, it's better paced. There's more concise writing. Rather than this one feels a lot. I don't want to say it feels a lot like improv, but it doesn't have the same flow.
I don't think it's that it's improv. I think it's that the awkwardness is so well choreographed because it's the embodiment of middle school.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
Well, I think Edge of 17 does kind of encapsulate more like what's like to be an aging high schooler. So maybe take that. That'd be an interesting double feature now I think about it.
Did you say Asian high schooler?
No, I said aging.
Oh.
Aging. Aging.
I'm tired. I'm tired, man. I don't even know how to spell the word green right now, okay?
How do you spell green?
Gree, R-E-N-E.
Gree?
Yeah.
How do you spell red?
We're not big.
How do you spell your name?
I'm not that tired.
Okay, just that making sure. What's my name?
Tupac.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. But yeah.
I'm just fucking with you there.
Really? No.
I mean, unless you can't tell.
There was a few hints.
Okay.
That gave it away. Anyway, trailers?
Yeah.
So first we got one for Beautiful Boy. That was the Steve Carell movie with his drug addicted son, I'm assuming?
I'm assuming he's on drugs, yeah. I mean, he's in San Francisco at one point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
you gotta pass time in San Francisco somehow.
Oh, he's homeless in San Francisco.
Oh. That one, like, I want to see because of Steve Carell.
Yeah, I'm more invested in Steve Carell.
But, like, I did feel like the trailer did jump into the melodramatics just a bit too fast.
I feel like trying to justify being on drugs is dumb.
Yeah. It's who I am, Dad. No,
like, that's the drug. That's literally chemicals in your brain telling you that you like drugs too much.
Yeah.
Because
but Steve Carell, Steve Carell's been on kind of even the movies he's been in haven't been great. He's still really good in them.
I'm more excited for his other movie, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Then we got Colette. That was the Keira Knightley movie.
Oh,
I'm kind of curious about that one, like the period piece.
I feel like it's supposed to talk about being a woman writer. Also, who's fucking... Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I guess it's just about being a woman that writes.
Not just a woman writer who doesn't get the credit for her work.
Oh, she's a ghostwriter.
Yeah, 'cause she wrote for her husband, and the husband took the credit. That's the whole point.
Oh, well, that's a dick move.
Yeah, and that's like the whole thing. Like, she wants more credit for the book, but he's saying no, and he's also trying to force her to write more so he can take credit for it more and make more money out of it.
Yeah, we had a whole arc of that in Persona 5. Okay, that didn't work out for that guy either.
Spoiler, I haven't played Persona 5.
You're not gonna play Persona 5.
Oh, you don't know that.
Really?
I was gonna rent it now just to piss
you off.
I have it. I'm gonna borrow and just play for like 5 minutes. It's like, see, I played it.
Man, if you got to that point in the game, I would be so impressed with you, actually.
Alright.
That's a commitment. Anyway.
Goals.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving right along. So, Colette looks interesting. I'm curious about that one.
Yeah, I mean...
You've got Bumblebee, which you talked about a million times.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I mean, it's definitely a pinnacle. Like, you know what? Any Transformer looks better when literally anyone else is directing it.
Yeah.
And then we got Welcome to Marwen. That's the other Steve Carell movie.
That's the one that I'm really looking forward to with the new trailer. It definitely does feel like he gets to tell some Nazis off.
Yeah, like that one looks definitely has some cheese factor going with the whole animation sequence.
I would have to say that it's a manifestation of his trauma because apparently he doesn't remember anything before getting curd stomped.
But like, I'm not saying I disagree, and I think it's definitely what it is. It's more like, hey, what if Toy Soldiers was all in your head?
I would like to see the movie so we can argue about this. So yeah,
fair enough. All right, we'll reserve judgment until the actual movie comes out.
Yeah.
Then we got The Favorite. That was the one with Rachel Weisz.
Oh, is that the other period piece one?
Yes, that's the other period piece
one. What was that even about?
I don't know, but I'm kind of curious. It looks
what
like...
was the conflict?
Like, English women being wacky! That's the kind of what I got out of it. And a little sexy. Emma Stone's into whips. That's kind of nice.
Anyway.
I'm gonna pay for that comment later. But yeah, so I'm kind of curious about that one. It has Rachel Weisz, and Rachel Weisz is making a comeback.
Just watch. Somebody's gonna hear that Emma Stone is into whipping. Watch that trailer and be so disappointed.
Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it's like English Girls Gone Wild. Maybe that's their version. They show a little ankle, and they talk about whips, so they don't actually ever show it.
Almost. I'm
almost there, darling. Keep going.
Oh, that's the Family Guy one, but
I was making my own.
Yeah.
Then we got A Star Is Born. That's Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga. We talked about that plenty of times. Then we got
looks good.
Never Going Back. Which one was that one?
Never Going Back.
I'm thinking Dumb Girl Waitresses.
Oh yeah. It's like the buddy film, but they're girls.
Yeah, and they're still dumb.
Oh no, it's Female Pineapple Express.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they go to jail apparently.
Yeah, because there's actual consequences in this one. That's the twist. For an actual Pineapple Express, I don't know. That one's probably not one I'd go out of my way to go see unless it's like amazingly good, which I kind of doubt.
It really just looks like Pineapple Express,
but with women.
But for girls.
Which, hey, whatever works. Then we got Mid-90s. That's the one that's directed by Jonah Hill, apparently, with the aspect ratio that kept pissing me off the entire trailer.
I also remember that as the one with the abusive older brother.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because also fuck that guy.
Yeah. That one is
that guy and Riley from the movie can just go die. I know they're fictional characters, but fuck you.
Yeah, I agree. Either way, the entire trailer is in like the old 90s like bars on the side thing, which I get like the autistic meaning behind it, but I was like, oh, you pretentious twat. Just put it in the full aspect ratio like a professional film. Great, like this just looks like you couldn't rent the right equipment is what it looks like to me.
I mean, it's Jonah Hill. That's rude. That's rude.
Jonah Hill, like, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but honestly, watching interviews, I feel bad for Jonah Hill.
Why is that?
Like, someone just made a montage of just, like, interviews he's been in, where the interviews is asking these awful questions, or just, like, asking, like, so where's Brad Pitt? Can we get the more interesting actor? I think is what one person said to him.
Fuck, that's so
and
rude.
You can just see in his eyes just his soul dying, and I just feel really bad for him. And I'm just gonna like, dude, on one hand, I kind of want your movie to be good, but at the same time, also really kind of against your filming style here. Because I want you to have a win, but damn.
Stop playing hard mode. Sell out.
He did sell out. This is his bitter, this is like his high school, like, poetry slam kind of.
Fuck.
It's like, Penn also had a great thing about this, where he's talking about, like, you ever go to, like, this place in California Adventure in Disneyland where they have this, like, cave of adventure or something like that, where you gotta press a button and it tells you what kind of your spirit animal is. And there's one that's like a wolf and a lion and
I know what you're talking
and
about,
like an eagle, and one of them is a skunk. A skunk. Yeah. And I know this because one kid in front of me got the skunk, and everyone's like, your butt is smelly. And you know why they did that? So because Disney knows they need repressed artists in the future.
Yeah.
So you need one kid there's one kid at Disney drawing Ariel for like 10 hours going, goddamn skunk. So that's what I feel like all the interviews have been for Jonah Hill, and this is his skunk moment. Like, fucking show all of you fucking hacks. So that's what the mid-90s feels like to me. And again, I say that with the most sympathy I can muster for the poor man.
I despite the aspect ratio, I would be willing to watch it.
Yeah, it could be perfectly fine. I don't know.
Maybe it's just a trailer.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a trailer, man.
Like, I kept doing, I expected like the Wizard of Oz thing, where like it starts out in that way, but it expands as the movie actually starts.
And maybe not, and then it's okay. Then you have something to complain about.
I guess I do. So that was the last trailer. Again, final thoughts for 8th grade. You recommend it?
Yeah, it's okay. I wouldn't, like I said, I'd give it an 88.
I think it's better than okay.
Oh, I mean, we've seen so much shit recently.
I mean, actually, last week was a pretty good week. You missed it.
Oh, I know. Apparently, Teen Titans Go.
I know, right? I'm just as surprised as you are.
I that one, I'm gonna just have to grab Jeff for.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think this is pretty good. I think this is a really good movie. I'm probably not gonna watch it again. Like, if I'm being, but I'm glad I saw it once.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely, it's definitely worth watching it once.
Yeah, because again,
for like $5 on a Tuesday.
Yeah, I would just still say this is worth paying full price for and support these kind of films. But that being said, like, I'm not entirely the target audience for this. So, like, I don't think I'm gonna get as much out of it as, say, like, a lot of people in middle school will get something out of this, or got too much out of it apparently. But like, if I have to choose between this and Edge of 17, I'm probably gonna pick Edge of 17 to rewatch. So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's it for this one. And there's a shit ton of movies I gotta go see this week. It's gonna be a chaotic week. Like The Darkest Minds, I don't know if I'm gonna go see that one just because it is a YA movie, and unless people really want me to go see it for whatever reason.
Is that definitely not X-Men?
It's like YA X-Men. That one.
It's just definitely not X-Men.
Yeah, that one.
Sorry, I'm a 90s kid. I do air quotes.
Oh. do that with poor aspect ratio.
Let me just do that for you. There you go.
We still gotta see Christopher Robin. That's what we definitely gotta go see. And there's like one other one that's out this week that I'm totally blanking on. That I know. Well, there's also that.
Oh, we gotta watch The Meg.
No, The Meg comes out this Friday.
Oh, you watch them the next week, that's right.
Yeah. And The Spy Who Dumped Me, that was the other one.
Right.
It's either we gotta see that, or we gotta see the fucking Trump movie.
There's a Trump movie?
You know the guy who made Hillary's America last year?
No.
He made a new film. And it's about as Republican propaganda as it gets.
You mean Republican as this country song playing right now?
More so. It has a frame-by-frame of Trump's face next to Abraham Lincoln.
Jesus Christ.
And it's all about how the Democrats are ruining America.
Okay, I'm just seriously waiting for the self-driving car to come out so I can get that country song about my truck leaving me.
My truck had enough and it drove away. I begged it for gas, I begged it to stay. But oh no, it didn't. It left me to rot. Now I'm just sitting here sad in my cot. Come home, truck, in your full rig.
I didn't want a second. I didn't want a second verse. I gotta go home.
You 8-wheeling beauty. Come back, truck. Don't leave me, truck.